me, Jacqueline Sire, and this is another episode of Child Actor Tips and Tricks. And today we're going to talk about scams and how to avoid them. And I have to give you a disclaimer. I am super caffeinated, so I'm going to try to walk the line between talking really fast adorably and just word salad. So, hopefully. So the first thing is obviously your personal information. Do not just give it out randomly. Don't put your address on your resume. If at all possible, have an agent's phone number or a Google Voice phone number or some sort of non-personal phone number. Never put your social on your resume. Put your date of birth if you are a minor, because that's required. But once you turn 18, you definitely don't need it. And never have your birth date and your social in the same place. Like, obviously your agent needs that, your manager needs that. If you're working somewhere, production will need that. But casting directors don't need both of those things, unless they're booking you. And not really other places will need those things. So I'm not going to talk about the name scams that everybody knows. You can find them on the internet. I don't want to say the words and have them come after me because you can see my face. But there are plenty of lists on the internet, and I can point you to some in the comments. So the main thing that you want to look out for are talent scouts and conventions or showcase weekends. There are a lot of great showcases here in Los Angeles, but what they are not is conventions where you pay $1,500 to get in front of, Hollywood names. Because more than likely, there are people going, there are agents, there are managers, there are producers, but they're not looking for new talent. They're looking for getting paid. They're going to get paid to go to these conventions, and you're going to be disappointed. And it's really unfortunate because especially if you live in a small market, you think it's a great opportunity. It sounds like, hey, if I pay $1,500, agents fly out, managers fly out, and they'll see my child, and they get their hopes up, and it's just not. It's a really, really terrible system. If you want to, there's a much better way to have your name get out there, and we have the internet now. We don't need to pay $1,500 for people to see us anymore. We could just, a lot of us have cameras on our phones. I am a firm, advocate for the internet, obviously. The next thing is to watch out for agent headshot kickbacks. There's a difference between signing with a new agent and having them say, if you want to get out more, you need new headshots, or if you've been with them for a while and you're not getting out, them saying you need new headshots is probably fine. And if they give you a list of recommended photographers, that's one thing. These are the photographers whose looks that we like. These are the photographers whose clients that we use. And there's a difference between that and here's our headshot photographer. You have to use him in order to be with our agency, because 9 out of 10 times they're getting kickbacks. So if the headshot photographer charges $500 for headshots, the agency could be getting $100, $200. And not only is that skeevy and borderline illegal, it means that they don't have to work as hard, because agents are supposed to earn money on commission. But why would they bother pitching you to people and sending you on auditions and trying to book you when they can just get $100 every time somebody signs up to their agency? It's not a good idea. The only other agent thing that you have to watch out for is upfront fees. Just flat out illegal. Agencies will never take your money. If you work, they earn a commission on it. That's it. There are no signing fees. There are no administration fees. There are no model fees. Whatever it is a lie. It is a bad lie, and do not trust them. Again, that's the whole, they're supposed to hustle for you and earn money when you earn money. And if they earn money every time somebody signs up with them, they have no incentive to work. It's not how the system goes. Another thing, this one is specifically for actors, is pirated breakdowns. If you are on Actors Access, you know that you see a lot of roles and you can submit on them, but you know that they're not the big roles. They're the ones that go out to actors as well as casting directors and agents and managers. And there are a lot of services that will say, we will send you the breakdowns so that you can submit on those roles, the high-profile roles. First off, even if that was the case, you're not going to get seen. The big-name casting directors like working with agents that they trust. They will there's always that, we discover a star thing, but that's not somebody submitting out of the blue. That's agents saying, here, this is a new guy. Or a friend of a friend saying, hey, look at this tape. If you send in a tape without being asked, it's probably not going to get looked at. And the other thing is those pirated breakdowns are often missing information, like the deadline to submit or the age range. And it's just really, really unprofessional to find pirated breakdowns and submit on that. So actors, watch out for that. And any place that says that they're giving you breakdowns that are exclusive is a lie. There are not exclusive breakdowns. That's not how it works. Two other things. Headshot creepers. I learned, I was told growing up that strapless, sleeveless tops and like the sad cameras above you and you're looking up sad thing is a target for creepers, and you're supposed to avoid that in headshots. I don't know if that's still true, but that was something that I was told. And then this isn't for actors. This is for everyone. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but you know those Facebook things that go around and they have the alphabets and it's like your 80s name or your fairy name or your like detective novel name. All of those questions, like the month you were born, your favorite color, the street that you first lived on, those are security questions. If you give somebody your 80s name, you gave them the answer to 2 of your security questions. It's a terrible idea. It sounds fun. It's a terrible idea. All right, I think that's all I can manage before I vibrate out of existence. Next time.